You know, sometimes fathers and sons have a different way of showing love, and it's not always the overt, "I love you, son, I'm really proud of you." As a kid growing up, my dad was a dad. Things that kids struggle with, especially boys and having brothers, he understood. So he would talk me through and help me out. He was pretty approachable, although he definitely put his head down and worked a lot. I remember lots of nights he was going to networking meetings, and Saturdays sometimes he would go in, but usually he was there with us. I went to the University of Florida and I started thinking about my future and that I was going to have to support a family. And every time I came back to my dad, I started seeing that optometry allowed you that work-life balance, and you can still support a family pretty well. So after school, I was hustling from one retail gig to a fill-in spot here. We doctors were the means to the end of getting that glasses sale. So they would funnel as many patients as they could to me. I remember on a Sunday, I saw 47 patients in like 4 hours. And I got in my car and I said, I will never do that again. So my dad came and told me that's not what we do. We're doctors, we give people what they need, not more, not just trying to get every penny out of them, but trying to improve their lives and help them live lives better. So I joined my father's practice. After you started getting those first few patients, they referred family and friends, and it grew and grew and grew to where it was. I've been practicing for a little over 10 years now, so we're starting to see that next generation of 8-year-olds that are now 18-year-olds. And so now I have 11 employees, and I gotta make sure they bring money home for their family. So I take that responsibility very personally. Running a business and managing staff is every optometrist's hardest job because their lives depend on what I do at this office. I would say that the Premier program definitely allows you to leverage a larger group to help grow your individual practice. It's a top-down approach that comes from the company that wants to help out private practices, wants to help out doctors to expand their practice. When we signed up for Premier and said, okay, we're on board, we're buying these frames, we're doing these lenses, I was using these products anyway, so why not leverage it to benefit me? And that was around the time when we really took that next step where our patient base really started growing exponentially. It was right around the time when we started working with Premier. I do hear from patients all the time. They'll say, your dad is so proud of you with what you've done for this office. He's so proud. He's not the most emotional guy in the world, but him saying, this is your office, do whatever you want, that showed the pride. You know, he definitely shows love in his way.